You know how we do. I'm gonna give a little for context and then we're gonna go over it.
Figures. Tekken 8 has been out for not even that long. Like, what has it been? Maybe less than a month? Game has been out, and you know, dope. It's amazing. It's fully featured. It actually has functioning online. It has real rollback netcode to the point where we didn't know if it was real rollback netcode for a while, and yeah, it totally is. I kind of wanted to talk about, because this is something I definitely follow, right? You shouldn't really need to follow sales, but for somebody that's like industry savvy, and sales is an important metric of, like, you know, not just popularity of a game, because some games can seem insanely popular, like Guilty Gear Strive when it came out.
Very true. However, Tekken is just a better game.
But then take like a year to even get 1 million sales, which is like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what the? So anyway, there's a big disconnect between like what the FGC is and what is popular within the FGC compared to how broadly popular are fighting games. Again, Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers are in their own universes. But if we're talking about the overall perspective, wide picture public of fighting games, believe it or not, when you get away from those two big giants, those massive super giants in the solar system of fighting games, it isn't Street Fighter that comes right after that. Weirdly enough, it's Tekken.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Street Fighter 6 is just lackluster, in my opinion. It's not a horrible game, and it has very great potential, but these characters need to be revamped. Some of these movesets need to be revamped. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Everybody fights the exact same. If I fight a Kazuya, this Kazuya that I fight is not guaranteed to do what another Kazuya does. I fought gens that where they've all fought a different type of way. The way they utilize their moves, the way they come at you, that's not Street Fighter 6. Everything's the same on Street Fighter. And I don't enjoy any of the characters. Not to mention, they focused in so much on modern controls that it actually lacks on the classic input side. Like, the inputs do not work right at all. It doesn't matter how fast you do them, how slow you do them. If you do them on time, it doesn't work. How the hell am I dropping punch, half circle, punch on live? How? Because their online is lacking. Like, your actual combos will not come out. It will not come out. I don't know if it's lag, problems with the systems, or what. But even when you're in your training mode doing the moves, it just seems as if it's not accurate. It's just not hitting. But see, I don't have that problem in Tekken. And the combos are harder in Tekken. There should be no reason why there's multiple stances on the game, as far as standing to the side, different ways that you're standing, all these different things and factors in sub stances. But for some reason, the Tekken functionality seems so much better than Street Fighter 6. Why? Lastly, I don't care who you are. You're not going to hop on Tekken and just drop Lil Majin. You're not going to hop on Tekken as a new person or a nobody and beat a pro at Tekken like it's nothing and win 3 championships off top. It's not gonna happen.
It isn't Tekken by a wide margin, but throughout the history of releases and sort of the pantheon of the Street Fighter series, which you think would be the next biggest one, obviously, shockingly not. Tekken has sort of had its ups and downs, but overall, the Tekken series has sold more than the Street Fighter series, believe it or not. And that is because of a very good reason that we have literally just discussed on our entire Tekken legacy. Tekken is a game that has survived and thrived because of its casual audience.
I'm gonna have to disagree again. Tekken has survived because Tekken has always put out a full game, whether you liked it or not. They did not try to hide anything behind a paywall. Street Fighter put a bad taste in people's mouth. Because I'm gonna give you the video below so you can watch all of it. So if you wonder what I'm talking about, you don't talk about Street Fighter 5 and how it left a bad taste in people's mouths. Yeah, because you sat here and tried to paywall all your content and dropped no characters. Yeah, they gonna feel some type of way about 6. Tekken is always done what it's supposed to do. It's always done what it's supposed to do. 6 would have sold, which is true. I'll give them that. 6 would have sold a whole lot better if they didn't if they weren't pulling that silly mess they pulled with 5. It took almost 2 years for that game to shape up. You didn't, at launch, you didn't drop right. Tekken dropped correctly at launch. You know, it was a point in time when Capcom fans, when there were Street Fighter fans, they weren't really on Tekken like that. And now they're losing their players to Tekken, and that's happening for a reason. Does that mean Street Fighter is a dead game or a game that's not played? Of course not. Am I done with Street Fighter? Of course not. When they drop Bison, Akuma, or somebody that I care to use, I don't want to use Marissa, and that's the only person that I like the fighting style. I don't like none of the other people on the game. I don't want to pick Ken. I don't like reuse combos. I don't like how DJ fights. I don't even like, and I don't like the character. I don't like Jury. I don't like nobody on there. And that don't mean that nobody's supposed to like them, but me personally, I don't like any of these characters. I'm not a fan of any of these characters. Yeah, they all right, they cool. But for me to sit there and use them like that and get their move down to a T to where I know them like secondhand, man, hell nah, man. Nah, man, I don't like nobody on that game like that enough. Like, it was even a stretch I even used Marissa that long. And I don't want to use Zangief. What was it, Big Bird or something like that? Or Angry Bird? He's already using Zangief. I don't want to use somebody else is using. And I only got a choice of 3 people. That's a problem. On Tekken, I done got my ass whooped by Kuma. I done got my ass whooped by a Jack. I done got whooped by a Brian. I done got whooped by a Law. I done got whooped by a Lily. I done got whooped by a Xiao Yu. I get to fight everybody in the roster. I get to fight everybody in the roster, and that's a big deal for me. Street Fighter does not give that. Street Fighter is going to have the tiers that it has, and you're going to play against 3 to 4 people. And I do not, I don't, hey, do better on your game. And I warned about this way before the game come out. I don't want to see 20 Ryus and 20 Kens. And I literally put Ken and Ryu as one of the people, as a duplicate on the screen on the thumbnail. I was like, I don't want to see this. And what happened? What happened? The same character over and over again. And that's not a shot at anybody picking the characters, but they're picking these characters for a reason, which means your game is flawed. Except the fact Tekken is just a better game. It's a better game. It's a full game. They ain't ever tried to milk you and stretch out $1 and do you dirty and not give you a full game. Tekken's just better.